Hey, hello and welcome. Today in this video lecture, we are going to solve class 9 physics 2022 physics examination paper 1. So let's come to the first question of this paper. So here we have the first question, the scientific notation of 0.00002019. So according to scientific notation, this decimal should be after 2 and between 2 and 0. So scientific expression would become 2.019, and we are shifting this decimal to the right. So let's count the digit 2, 4 and 5. So we have shifted 5 digits towards right. So the correct answer would be 2.019 10 raised to the power minus 5. So in this way, the correct answer will be option A, 2.019 10 raised to the power minus 5. Question number 2, the total number of significant figures in 2030. So this is a whole number in which 2 and 3 are significant while 0 lies between these two significant, and this makes this 0 significant as well. And this is the ending 0 of a whole number that they are not significant. So in all 4 digits, only 3 digits are significant. So the correct option is option B. Now let's see question number 3. The instrument used to measure the length of a solid cylinder is called screw gauge, physical balance, vernier caliper, or measuring cylinder. So the correct answer for this question is option C. We have done in practical as well that the length of a solid cylinder we measure it with the help of vernier caliper. Let's see question number 4. Which of the following physical quantity is obtained by this given formula? So the formula is change in velocity with respect to time. So this definition or this rate of change of velocity is equal to acceleration. So the correct answer for question number 4 is option C. So now we have question number 5. If a tractor starts from rest, so this means that its velocity, initial velocity is equal to 0. Reaching its maximum velocity of 5 meter per second, that is the final velocity, and the time taken in this change in velocity is 10 seconds. We have to find the acceleration of the tractor. So the formula for acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So final velocity is 5 minus 0 divided by 10, that will be equals to 5 upon 10, and 0.5 meters per second square. So the correct answer will be option A for question number 5. Then in question number 6, we have our distance time graph, and with reference to this graph, we have to find the distance covered during 10 to 12 hours. So between 10 to 12 hours, as we can see, uh, the graph is a straight line. So this straight line, this horizontal straight line shows that body is at rest. Body is not moving. It is at the rest position. This means that the distance covered by the body will be 0. So the correct answer is option A. Then a school bus starts moving from rest. Once again, the initial velocity will be equals to 0 with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square, that is A. If it covers a distance of 25 meters, so this will become s. Then we have to find the final velocity of the bus. So the formula we are applying in this situation is the third equation of motion, that is Vf square minus Vi square is equals to 2s. So acceleration is 2, distance is 25, equals to Vf square, that is we have to find the final velocity, so it will remain as it is, and the initial velocity is 0. So 2 into 2 is 4 and 4 into 25 is 100, equals to Vf square. So finally the final velocity will be equals to 10 meters per second. So the correct answer for question number 7 will be option B. In a cricket match, a batsman hit vertically upward with a velocity of 10 meter per second. So this is the initial velocity, and the ball is moving vertically upward. This means that final velocity of the ball will be 0. We have to find the maximum height reached by the ball, and acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. So we will apply the equation of motion under gravity. H is equal to VIT plus AT square over 2. So for that we need time. So we are going to apply the third equation of motion under gravity, that is equals to 2gh equals Vf square minus Vi square. So 2 into 9.8 multiplied by height equals to 10 square minus, final velocity is 0, so 0 square minus 10 square. And if a body is moving upward, so its gravity becomes negative. So h will be equals to minus 100 divided by 2 into 9.8. So after dividing this, we will get height is equal to 5.10 meter. So for question number 8, the correct answer is option C. Then we have question number 9. The value of acceleration due to gravity g is considered to be constant for Mars orbiting the Sun, a rocket launched in the air, an object in a free fall motion, and a car moving straight on the road. So we know that this is the acceleration due to gravity, that the acceleration of this is the acceleration of a body that is falling freely. So for a free falling body or in a free falling motion, the acceleration is always constant, that is equals to 9.8 meters per second square. Option C is the right answer. Now see question number 10. A brick falls from the top of the building of height 100 meters. So this is the height. The final velocity of the block we have to find when it hits the ground. So a brick falls, that means it was initially at rest, so its initial velocity will be equals to 0, and the value of the is given as 9.8. We have to find the final velocity. So once again we will be applying the same formula. 2gh equals to Vf square minus Vi square. So 2 into 9.8 multiplied by 100, that is the height, equals to Vf square minus 0 square. So for finding the velocity, we will multiply 2, 9.8 and 100, and then we will take the square root of this whole value. So after calculating this, the correct answer will be 44 0.2 meters per second. So the correct answer will be option C. Let's come to question number 11. An asteroid hits vertically on the surface of the Earth with a certain velocity. The velocity and acceleration due to gravity of the asteroid just before hitting the ground will be. So we know that whenever the object is falling, as we can see, the asteroid hits vertically on the surface of Earth. Let's say this is the Earth and this is the asteroid that is falling towards the Earth. So as this object is moving downward, so the value of acceleration due to gravity or gravitational acceleration is taken as positive. And whenever the object is falling, its initial velocity is zero, and as it reaches the ground, its velocity increases gradually. So when this object reaches the surface of the ground, its velocity becomes maximum. So the correct answer of this question number 11 is option A. Which of the following physical quantity is due to the pull of gravity? So the answer is the weight force. This weight force is the force of attraction of Earth on a body to attract that body towards its center. So option C would be the right answer. Let's see question number 13. Two different metallic plates slides over each other in a machine. This means that there will be a friction because two surfaces are sliding over each other. The material that will reduce most of the friction between them will be. So we know that some material like oil, lubrication, or uh, making the surface smooth and slippery always reduces the friction. So if we want to decrease the friction between these two plates, we can apply the lubrication of some oil or some material that is similar to the oil between the plates, so that the friction between these two plates, metal plates, can decrease. So option A is the right answer. Now let's see the question number 14. A light inextensible rope is pulled by two boys in the opposite direction with a force of 5 Newton each. Then the total tension in the rope will be. So we know, let's say this is the rope and a person is pulling a rope in this direction with a force of 5 Newton. And other person is pulling this rope in the backward direction with the force of 5 Newton. So as we can see, this force or this pulling force on the rope creates the tension in this rope, and the tension is the stretchness in the rope that due to this applied force of 5 Newton in each direction. So overall, the net force will be zero on that rope, but the total tension, that is the stretchness in this rope, will be equals to 10 Newton. So for question 14, option C is the right answer. Now we have question number 15. A boy attached a stone of mass 0.1 kilogram and with the end of 1 meter long rope, that is the radius, and this is the mass. The boy retrieves the stone in a circle with a velocity of 2 meter per second. Then we have to find the tension in the rope. So as we know that the tension will be provided by the centripetal force, and the formula of centripetal force is mv square over r. So mass is 0.1, the velocity is 2 square, and the radius is 1. So 2 square is 4, multiplied by zero point 0.1 will become 0.4 divided by 1. So finally we get the force or the tension in the string equals to 4 Newton. 0.4 Newton. So option B is the right answer. Now see question number 16. A student pedals a bicycle for 15 seconds. So the time is 15. After some time, she finishes cycling, due to which the bicycle stops after 30 seconds. So we have got in other time. So this is T1 and this is T2. Which of the following physical quantity is responsible for bringing the bicycle at rest? So we know that whenever the body stops after some time, the stopping force or the force that reduces the motion is called frictional force. So, friction is the force that is responsible for for a moving body to take or to become the body at rest. Option D is the right answer. A school van takes a sharp turn, then the student sitting in the van would feel push in the outward direction. Similarly, whenever the car or the vehicle start moving, the person sitting inside the bus will feel a push or jerk in the backward direction. Or suddenly, if a vehicle applies the brake, then the person sitting inside that van or bus will feel a jerk forward. So these all phenomena are due to a property of the body known as inertia that describes that a body wants to continue states of rest or state of motion, and this body can resist its state change in state due to this property of that body known as inertia. Let's see question number 18. If a force of 1 Newton moves a 2 kilogram object in a circle of radius 8 meter, then what will be the velocity of that object? So once again, mass of 2 kilogram body is moving in a circle of radius 8 meter with a force of 1 Newton. So from the given data, we can apply the formula for centripetal force mv square over r. So force is 1, mass is 2, and we have to find the velocity, and the radius is 8. So the velocity square will become 8 over 2. Velocity will be equals to 4. Taking the root on both sides, velocity will become 2 meters per second. So the correct answer is option A. Let's see question number 19. A teacher places a coin on a piece of cardboard that is placed on the open end of the glass. She pulls the cardboard with a jerk. If the coin falls in the glass, then which of the following demonstrate in the given experiment? So the correct answer for this question is inertia. That the coin will resist its change in the state of in its state. So the coins at rest will try to remain at rest and then fall into the beaker. Then we have question number 20. A plumber is trying to open a screw with a spanner applying with a force of 50 Newton. So we have got the force, and at a distance of 0.1 meter, that is the moment arm represented with d, we have to find the torque. So formula for torque is torque equals f cross d. Force is 50 and distance is 0.1. So in this way we get 5 Newton meter. So the correct answer for question number 20 becomes option A. Let's see question number 21. If the two opposite parallel forces in the same magnitude are applied on an object along a different line of action, then these two forces will produce torque in the combined Effect of torque, combined effect of these two torques will produce the couple in the body. Option B is the right answer. Then question number 22. In the children park, two children are sitting on a seesaw. If the seesaw is not moving, this means that the seesaw is balanced. Then the net torque acting on it will be 0. We know that the second condition for equilibrium or from the principle of moment. If a body is balanced, this means that the net force and the net torque acting on that balanced body is always 0. Option A is the right answer. Now let's see question number 23. It is said that a cup of frozen ice cream has less volume as compared to the same amount of melted ice cream. So we have a cup of frozen ice cream that has the less volume. This means that the frozen ice cream takes less space as compared to the same amount of melted ice cream. So it means that this is solid and this is liquid. At room temperature, the mass and density of the melted ice cream will be. So we know that mass is the quantity that remains same. If the ice cream is in the solid state or the melted state, the number of particles present in that ice cream would remain same. But if we talk about the density, means that in solid particles are very close to each other, that makes them enable to occupy less volume, and with the less volume the density increases. So the correct answer would be option B, means that mass of ice cream will remain same while the density of the ice cream will be low, because the melted ice cream takes the greater volume, take the greater space, and with increase in volume, the density will be low. Then we have question number 24 and 25. As compared to the sea level, the atmospheric pressure on the mountain is low. As we go up from the surface of the earth, we know that the amount of mixture of gases present in atmosphere decreases. That decreases the pressure of the atmosphere. Option A is the right answer. The state of matter in which molecules are very close together and have a vibratory motion are solid. So this is one of the basic property of the solid, that in solid particles are tightly packed and they are in the state of vibratory motion. Now let's see question number 26. A student is given a task to find the density of an irregular object. The appropriate set of apparatus would required will be. So for finding the density, we know that density is equal to mass over volume. So for measurement of mass, we need a spring balance, and for the measurement of volume, we will take a measuring cylinder, fill it with water, and then place that irregular object inside that measuring cylinder. Then the level of water inside that cylinder will rise, and the rise in level of water would be equal to the volume of that irregular object. So the set of apparatus or the set of things that we need to measure the density of an irregular object will be a physical balance to measure mass, and measuring cylinder filled with water to measure the volume of that object. So option C is the correct answer. Let's see question number 27. A change caused by stress in the original shape, volume, or length is called strain. So this is the definition of the strain, that whenever the stress is applied, strain is produced, and strain means that there is a change, fractional change in its shape, volume, length, or size. So option A is the right answer. Then we have question number 28. The example of an Archimedes principle is. So, what is Archimedes' principle? So, Archimedes' principle states whenever an object is placed inside the water completely or partially, it displaces some amount of water. The weight of that amount of water will apply an upward upthrust force on that object. So, the application of this Archimedes principle is a floating ship that displaces the water in the sea, and the upthrust force acts on that ship to make them float. Question number 29. Doctor uses clinical thermometer to measure the temperature of a person. If a bulb has high fever, then the mercury in the bulb will rise. So, correct answer is option A, because the heat of that person will be transferred into the thermometer by the bulb, and the mercury inside the thermometer will absorb that amount of heat and it expands. So option A is the right answer. Let's see question 30 and 31. In which of the following option the evaporation will be greatest? So we know that all the factors that increases the rate of evaporation are the high temperature, greater surface area, high amount of heat, and the greater surface area. So as we can see in option C, that we have the greater area that increases the rate of evaporation, as well as moving fan that increases the wind above the surface of that liquid. This will increase the rate of evaporation in the surface of that liquid. Then we have question 31. Which of the following statement is correct in order to increase the temperature of the substance? So we have studied the formula of heat, that the change in heat is equal to Cm delta T. And this equation was taken from two proportionality, that amount of heat absorbed by the substance is directly proportional to mass present in that body, and the amount of heat absorbed is directly proportional to the change in temperature. So, to increase the temperature of the substance, it is directly proportional to the amount of heat absorbed. Greater the heat absorbed by that substance, the greater will be the change in the temperature of that substance. Now, see the question number 32. The considered gap are left in the construction of railway tracks, and these gaps are left between the joints of the railway tracks, because in summers the length of that metal railway track increases. So when the length increases, the gap is filled. So if there is no gap between the railway tracks, so the expansion of the railway tracks would bend the tracks. So option A of question number 32 is the right answer. It is commonly observed that the temperature of land rises more quickly as compared to the temperature of the sea. So the all the substance that increases temperature very quickly, this means that they are the conductor, and their specific heat capacities are low. And the water, we know that the temperature wouldn't rise so quickly just because of high specific heat capacity of the water. So specific heat capacity of water is more and of land that is low, that makes the land becomes hotter very quickly as compared to the water. Let's see question number 34. A zero point 0.3 kilogram of copper is needed to heat it from 50 to 60 degrees centigrade. So this is the change in temperature. The energy required to heat the pipe will be. So the formula for heat we are going to apply is Cm delta T. So amount of heat will be equals to specific heat, that is 444, times mass, that is 0 0.3, times the change in temperature, that is 10. In this way we will get 1332 joules of energy. So for question number 34, option A is our right answer. If the temperature of an object is higher as compared to its surrounding, this means that it is a hot body and the surrounding is a cold body. And according to the law of heat transfusion, the heat always travels from a hot body to a cold body. So the hot body will radiate more heat and the cold body will absorb the more heat. So option D in that case is the right answer. In question 36, a large working organization central heating system is installed to save energy in the winter season. In a closed room, the heating system mainly works on the phenomena of convection, because in a heating system, the the upper surface or the upper portion of the air inside the room is heated, that becomes less dense, and in this way heat is transferred throughout the room. So convection is the main process in which heat is transferred. Then we have question number 37. In a household kitchen, the handles of the spoon utensils are made up of rubber. This is because the rubbers and wood are very good insulator, or they are very bad conductor, so that we can hold these appliances and utensils without getting heat. So option A is the right answer. Which of the following surface is the best radiator of heat? So, the best radiators of heat is the dull black surface that will absorb most amount of heat and radiate the most heat as well. While the shiny silver surfaces are the best reflector, they're the excellent reflector of the heat. Then we have question number 39. Heat reaches the surface of the earth from the sun mainly because of which process? So we know that from earth to sun there is no medium present between earth and sun. This means that radiation will be the main process through which the heat reaches from sun to the upper atmosphere of the earth. And then when these radiation reaches the earth, this means that the heat is moving from the gases present in the atmosphere, and in this way the convection will be the process through which the heat is reaching us through the convection. So the correct answer will be radiation and convection, that is 1 and 2. So 39, that is the option C is the right answer. Then we have question number 40. In a greenhouse effect, the greenhouse gases in the lower atmosphere will disintegrate into the other gases, helps radiation to escape to space, ionize the other gases in the surrounding, and prevents radiation from escaping the space. So option D is the right answer. So the gases present in a greenhouse absorbs the high thermal energy radiation, and these high thermal energy radiation are absorbed, and as a result of this low thermal energy radiations are released, and these low thermal energy radiation released from the greenhouse are not able to escape into the space. That keeps the temperature of the greenhouse moderate. So option D is the right answer. Then we have question number 41. The given figure focuses on the magnified part of the vernier caliper. The name of the scale shown in the magnified part is. So as we can see, we have two scales. This is the main scale and this is the vernier scale. So we are able to see these two scales, main scale and vernier scale. So 1 and 2, option C is the right answer. The instrument used to measure the diameter of a metallic wire will be the screw gauge. Option C is the right answer. Then we have question number 43. If a ball moving vertically upward, the magnitude of acceleration due to gravity on the ball will be, we know that the body is moving upward, so value of G will be negative, and in SI system it is 9.8 meters per second square. So question number 43, the correct answer should be minus 9.8 meter per second square. But if we can see, the question asks about only the magnitude of acceleration. So magnitude of acceleration is still 9.8 meter per second square. This negative sign only shows that the body is moving upward. So the question was in the way that what will be the acceleration due to gravity? Then the correct answer should be minus 9.8. But in this question, the question only asking the magnitude of acceleration. So option C will be the right answer. Now let's see question number 44. The following apparatus used in a physics lab to find the acceleration of a rolling ball with the help of graph. The graph, while the graph 2s and t square are taken on y-axis and x-axis respectively, then which of the following equation takes 2s and t square as a dependent and an independent variable to find the acceleration? So the question 44, the correct answer is option C, that we will use second equation of motion to find the acceleration. Then we have question number 45. In the given spring mass system, 5 weights, each of 50 gram, are hanged to a helical spring. Then what will be the reading on the main scale? So correct answer for this question number 45 will be option C. Then we have question number 46. The given figure shows two boxes 1 and 2 hanged on a meter rod that is fixed at fulcrum, and we can see this meter rod is not balanced. This side the torque is more as compared to the right side. So here we have more torque and here we have less torque. A student is given the task by its teacher to balance the rod by keeping the position of the boxes unchanged. So, what he or she should do? So, if these positions are fixed, we cannot change this position. To balance this rod, this object should be moved further away, or this object should be moved further near to the fulcrum. But in that case, we are not allowed to move the position. So this means that we have to increase this weight. So if we increase the weight of object 1, so that will increase the torque on the right side, and the rod would be able to balance on the fulcrum. Option A is the right answer. Then we have question number 47. Which of the following figure, uh, that are three bodies fixed at a point fulcrum at different 1, 2, and 3 position. Forces of equal magnitude are acting on each rod in the case of 2. So we know that, as we can see from the given diagram, that in this second seesaw we have equal forces, and these equal forces are because this rod or this seesaw is balanced. So we can say that the forces acting on the seesaw are balanced, and the net torque acting on it is 0. So option A is the right answer. In question number 48, in science lab, students heat up the metallic piece from 30 degree to 80 degree. That is the change in temperature, that is delta T, 30 and 80. So 50 degrees centigrade, which requires a thermal energy of 500 joules. So this becomes the energy. The mass of piece is 1 kilogram. We have to find the specific heat capacity of the metal, that is represented by C. So we know the formula Q equals Cm delta T. C equals Q upon M delta T. So the Q is 500, mass is 1, and delta T is 50. So by solving this, the answer would be 10 joules per kg degree centigrade. Option C is the right answer. The science lab students put a block in beaker completely filled with water. He observed that some amount of water spills out of from the beaker. Which of the following principle or law depicts the given situation? So we know that the this type of method that is used to measure the volume of any irregular object, or and the phenomena, process, or law that is used is the Archimedes principle. Then we have the last question, question number 50. The given graph shows the change in the state of ice on heating. Which of the following statement is true about point 0.5? So, as we can see, the graph shows the heating of ice. So, at this point, from 1 to 2, we have a constant temperature. It's mean there is the conversion process. The ice is converting into water. Then here we have only water because temperature is increasing, and at this point it is the melting point. Sorry, this is the boiling point. This was the melting point. So at boiling point there is conversion of liquid into steam. So water is converting into steam at 100 degrees centigrade. The boiling process is occurring between 3 and 4. Then at point 4 there is complete steam, and in this all region we have only one state, that is the steam. So which of the following statement is true about the point 5? So the correct answer is option D, that entire water is converted into steam. So option D is the right answer.